Hello, welcome to yet another interesting program, Matters Arising. It is a program where we discuss and dissect current social political issues that affects us as a people. My name is Gospel Amalia Mayfobo. On today's episode, I have a very important personality in the building. A former this and former that, former chief of staff in this state. He is an all-progressive, that is APC, stakeholder and chieftain in Delta State. Also a high chief in Obuloku Kingdom. I'm talking about Dr. Emma Ejiofor. Sir, you are welcome to the program.
Thank you.
How has it been?
Very well.
You are looking so handsome. I wonder what would have been when you were a little bit younger.
I'm still young. Thank you for the compliments.
I mean, when you were very, very young. Okay, a lot has been happening in the polity. Let's narrow it down to Delta State.
Yeah.
What is really happening in the APC?
APC.
Yeah.
Nothing much, but we're trying to rejig the system so that just the best we want. So it's just to rejigging. There's nothing happening. And we're accepting more persons. So, instead of us having an implosion, we have to get the people inside. So if we're not balanced, the people coming may upstage us, because you see the effect of people trying to come in, because they know that is where the action is.
Is APC in crisis?
No. Never.
You don't have any leadership issue?
No.
So who is the chairman of APC in Delta State?
Engineer Meni Sobote, that is the chairman.
It's okay. Let's leave it at that.
No, if you have any information, give it. That is the chairman.
Okay, that's the chairman of APC.
Yes, that is the chairman of APC.
And you are comfortable with his leadership style. Is the party comfortable with the leadership style?
Like I said, the party, that is the neck of the party. If there's anything that is wrong with the party, they are not comfortable. They will try to rejig the system. And what do I mean? If they see that the system is not working, the best is not coming. But we haven't gone to any election again after our last election. So, but what is facing us now is the people trying to come in, because we are going to receive massive intakes into the system. So it's how to balance it so that those people come in do not upstage us.
It's okay. It's all right. Recently, the senator representing Delta North, very distinguished senator Ned Moko, will I say, has he joined or is making plan to join? How will you?
He's still consulting, because if you watch the PDP, majority of the people who form PDP are not there again. What you have here is new intakes. Either one thing, in a party you normally have what you call implosion. And when it comes, it's like when you go to the origin of political party in Nigeria since 1998. All this formation you are seeing, APC, Labour Party, ADC, they are PDP men. Just watch it. It's either a breakaway from PDP. So if by now most people who are in PDP are looking for the compass to be in the right direction, I think that is what is happening now. So the senator visiting is still navigating It's not, because if you're a good politician, you must have the prowess to navigate a Nigerian political system. So he's not a small boy, so he knows what is on ground.
Do you think some members of your party are comfortable having him in your party, in your fold?
At least I'm an old politician in this state.
So, yeah.
If anybody is not comfortable with him, then the person has something to hide. So we're happy, we're very comfortable.
So you are happy?
Very comfortable. When you see somebody who is strong, the person wants to add to your strength. Why won't you be happy?
Yeah, and you are sure that there are no persons who are trying to...
Anybody trying to feel otherwise has something to hide. I'm an APC man. So if the three senators are not becoming, because we had two before, the third one is coming in, it adds to strength on what is to come. 2027 is quite close now. Is it not close?
Okay.
My next year, the activity starts. And if you are not settled now, you may not never get settled again. So if, like Senator Nwoko, if he's coming in, like I told you, he's a team player. So he knows, he can read the political mathematics, and he wouldn't want to lose out. If his people are not protected where he is now, I think common sense dictates that he should reposition himself and his people. I think that's what is happening. Because if he's not a stakeholder, where he's supposed to be a stakeholder, and he's not being made a stakeholder, his interest is not being taken into consideration, he's not a madman. He should place the interest of his people first before anything. So if he's coming because his interest of his people, the interest of his people, will be well addressed, good luck.
Now, looking at the creation of an Oma state, do you think, or do you see it coming to fruition so soon?
From feelers, it's quite visible.
How soon do you think?
Nobody knows. You know, government is an apparatus, and nobody has it apart from the man who drives. So he's the one that has the key, even when he's only himself. But he has the key because he knows how to press the buttons.
What do you think that they are now Deltans, talking about the Delta Northerners and the Anyama?
Yeah.
What do you think that they stand to benefit with the creation of an Oma state?
Well, state creation, like you may have known, is for pure development of a people. You understand? The more you create a state, the more you are bringing development closer to the people. It's just like when you create local government. It's to bring development to the people. So if Anyama is created, it's a very big advantage to our persons, our people. You understand? So you don't have to, we have what it takes to be a state.
It's okay. And
So I'm not against it.
You are fully in support of it.
Very well.
But some persons have divergent views and opinions about
You
that.
see, it's control measure. Some people are very comfortable with what you call control measure. You understand? Okay. They don't want to be upstaged from a likely comfortable level, that the moment you reject the system, their comfort will be touched. You understand?
You mean the agitation in some quarters is selfish?
Yeah.
Is that what
No, the people are against it.
Yeah, I mean now, agitation against the state creation of Anyama
is selfish because they're already comfortable. They're in their comfort zones.
at the moment.
At the moment. So anything that happens now and they are not involved, but if they were involved, there won't be agitation. But because they are not being carried along or seem to be carried along, and they find it very difficult to come from the Olympia level to ask questions. Because there are people who feel that without them, Anyama cannot move. Without them, Delta State politics cannot move. So it's a personal assumption, which is wrong. You must be a team player for you to be a development officer. For you to be a proper politician, you can adapt to any system. You must be a team player. Nobody knows it all.
Now, looking at the driver of that state creations, Senator Ned Nwoko, do you think he has consulted wide enough? Don't you think that these persons who are having discordant or divergent opinion about it might also be right, because they feel they are not carried along?
How do you carry people along? You wake up in the morning in your house, you see a fowl pursuing you. You have to run because you don't know whether the fowl has grown a teeth in the night. If you hear there's a movement for state creation, there's something that stops you from saying, is it true? How is it happening? Because the problem we are seeing is not even state creation. State creation is just secondary. The main thing there is political control.
You mean who gets who?
Is the political control that is the problem in that agitation of state creation. It's political control. How can Amalia Mifogbo come to control me in a system that I have been in? It's not possible. But you have failed to realize that people pushed you up. You didn't just wake up one morning and stay where you are. People pushed you up. And those people are the people who don't even think on how they climbed. Their own is remove the ladder, let us remain here. So that by the time you breeding a new ground, I may not be given fair chance or fair space. I don't know if you get my point. Yeah. Because like this one, they say, oh, Delta State is a PDP state. It's a PDP. Is it not people that made it a PDP state?
Are you always comfortable when you hear that slogan?
No, is it not? Have they asked questions? Who made it? Where are these persons that made it a PDP state?
I know you are supposed to be.
No, where are they?
You are supposed.
Where are they? Because you know our problem is not I'm supposed. I'm not being personal.
Yeah.
But those I call them political neophytes. They will come into a system. They don't know how the system started. They say, oh, PDP say Delta State is a PDP state. How did you get to this level?
But do you see APC taking over this state?
Why not? It's very easy. Quote me. Very easy.
Are you seeing?
It's a mass movement. They, see, in an election, the simple arithmetic for any good election is the people.
You think that people are comfortable with the
But I'm on
administration
ground.
of APC?
No, I'm on ground. I'm on ground.
But so
And
many
I
people
can
are
tell
complaining.
you, I know how we started. I think the only people that can talk now, at least that we say maybe the only people I know. When I say, because myself, I was a convener of a PDP. I was a convener and one of the originators. So there are faces I can see now, but among those faces that we started with, the young ones put on quote, okay, is it possible to retire somebody like me? But to them, we are retired. We don't want to hear all those old songs. This is PDP. You don't. I know the people I can call on phone now that we started together, and they say, "Oh, this is the right direction. It's right in the right." Ned was our early starter in PDP. He was a House of Rep member. If it's now we are trying to reorganize and come together as a state, because what has been disturbing Delta is this issue of new king, new law. A king will rise, demolish the other king. This one, you will not, it's not possible. That is why every development plan is disjointed. And that's what's happening. Like what they are doing now, it's not there. That without you, how can you see a state like this, say without one person we cannot move? Is it possible? No, is it possible? It's not possible. We'll move. I'm not having double mind about control. And I'm not having double mind whether I win. It's the mass movement of people will determine. You have to go on the street inside Delta and you know the agitation. But what we are trying to put in it is politics of inclusion, not exclusion. That's what is coming on ground.
Delta APC.
Yes, that is what is going to be in place now. Not exclusion, but inclusion. And recognition of heads.
How would you assess the leadership of Right Honorable Sheriff?
Well, you see, like I just said about, that's what we call rhetorics of governmental arrangements. You understand? That's what is happening. It's still the same old song. You understand? Trying to have another face. He may be trying, but he may have a button on his waist.
Who do you think is that button?
That is you. He may be trying to do his best, but that button on his waist may not. Because somebody can always press button on his waist.
Are you talking about, when you mean button, you mean remote? Are you saying that Governor Sheriff is being remote?
No, I didn't say that. As you asked me to assess him.
No, you said there's a button.
I said he may be having a button. That's why I said that what is happening is what you call rhetoric governmental arrangements. That's a lesson for you.
Rhetoric. So recently, he was seen with cutlass during inspection of some ongoing projects in Asaba and its environs. He did it some time ago at Ishago when he went to inspect Ishago Bridge. And it was discovered that the contractor, at that time, I don't know about now, did a shoddy job, and he was able to mock the rake. Now, recently, about a few weeks ago, the same thing happened again on 2 occasions. He was with cutlass, Tolopia, trying to scold the contractor, asking that the contractor should be queried.
That's showman. That's showmanship.
Well, was it not right?
I said that's his showmanship. Like I told you, everything happening is what we still call rhetoric governmental arrangements. Because was a contract given to foreigners within their system? It wasn't given to foreigners within the system. It was given to systems because there's none that went through bidding.
Yeah.
There's none that went through bidding. It's, oh, give it to my life and before, give it to this one. Revoke the contract. Revoke. Or doesn't he have power to revoke a job that is not good? It is somebody within the system that invited them that this job is not well. Revoke it. We'll know he's working.
Are you saying it was scripted?
What are you waiting? What are you looking for from me?
No, I want you to say it now. Oh, you mean that those things was doing was programmed? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, to make the system to be effective, to seem to be effective. Let him, like I'm saying, let him sanction the contractors. They will lose their money. Because show the contracts. I remember when we started in 1999, we went to Warri. So we got there. The new Warri office, the liaison office, was leaking in a job that was certified and paid for. We came back. Buri asked the A-level 14 officer was removed. Another 2 officers were removed. Who certified those jobs? They removed them. One was a level 14 officer, an engineer. In this community, it happened. There was no pressure they didn't bring. But the question, why did you certify this job? So if they are doing those things that is not scripted, let heads roll. Let the contractor be blacklisted. The contractor should not be given a chance because there was an intention. The intention was for him to have a contract done for the people. And that intention has been, that's sabotage to me. So the company should not, the contract should not be only revoked, the company should be blacklisted. So that if there is any ministry or anything, the company cannot, that one will make people to sit up. Because it's pure delivery. So that I'm not saying it's not working, but like I told you, I still believe, haven't seen the system since 1999, and I've been following the thing. Once this governor comes, everything about the other governor is shifted away. So you discover that the bane of our problem is sustainable leadership that has affected sustainable development.
But there seems to be some continuity now.
Continuity,
because
that is...
most of the jobs were, you know...
But that's what I told you now, okay. Rhetorics, governmental arrangement. Because I remember even during, sorry to be personal, during Oduaha, most jobs were abandoned. Because interests were not there. Are you not aware? You remember this fine project that was even commissioned before that? I'm just talking. You see that is a look that UNESCO. They came. You know that project
along the express.
Yes, that was fine, and it was commissioned. Shedu, Dr. Shedu was in charge. What was the fate of the finished project? Is it that the money is not there to complete a job that has been completed and commissioned, or what? The place was abandoned. This is just within me now, the one I know. And you can imagine others. If such a... Do you know some people were trained in Italy to man that place? You are taking your mind back to that. What do you think must have killed that big project? Maybe not in line with the present leadership. So the moment we try to have what we call sustainable development, the state will move faster. So most of the jobs that they were given may survive. It may survive due to some buttons.
This button.
But it's just true there. You know what happened during the primaries and the rest of the things. You know the fight. I'm not making case for anybody because I'm not a member of PDP. But we're talking about the state generally. And like our own APC, if we are taking the strength that we want to invent now, I don't think there would have been anything like PDP. It's the people. There's no miracle. The only pure mathematics in any election is the people. There's none. Oh, they say rig. Can you rig in an environment that is not conducive? Is it possible? We've been involved in this game. You understand? We've been involved, and like what I'm telling you, our agenda in APC is to reject the system where everybody will be carried along to face the challenges of getting to government house.
All right, in case you are just joining us, it's been almost an hour of discussion with a very critical stakeholder in this state. I'm talking about no less a person than Chief Dr. Emma Ejiofor. He has been giving some, insight on what he felt, that may have been going on in the state. So, are you not saying that how, if you are to score the present administration now, over 10 so far, for almost 2 years in office?
I cannot score them because you know why? I have to bring the parameters for judgment. I'm not focused on scoring the government now, because when you are scoring, you are going to score with what is made up. By the time we are ready for election, we will now want to know with what came in, what is on ground, expectations of our people vis-a-vis. And we want to know how do we surpass, or we intend to surpass this. But like I've said, we are prepared for all-inclusive governance, not for some people. Most of them are in government, but they are not in government. They have the bourgeois inside government. Or you don't believe me? You know you are open to information.
It's all right. So what should Deltans expect? Your advice to Deltans as we wrap it up.
Well, a robust party administration to take challenges of Deltans. It's even development, just like the original intent of democracy bringing development to the people. If you have a robust arrangement that will bring up a robust administration, what you see is flawless development, not I want to develop it because I have interest here. During SDP NRC time, if you're a party man, you'll be in your house. They'll come to you and say, there's a job for you to do. And the best is for you to put your best. Not a situation if you don't hear from the top or hear from the bottom, there's nothing for you.
This button.
Eh?
This button.
Go and do your investigation about the bottom. And that bottom is what has kept this state. When you want to demolish, you see, there's this story of in Germany, I think that was about 1815, Frankenstein monster, where a monster was built to just demolish people, demolish. At the end of the day, the monster didn't see anybody to demolish again, and demolish the man who created. You understand? So this monster was built by people, and the monster is facing them too. I didn't send you market to because when we started in 1998-99, I can boldly tell you, the first PDP list was written by me with my hand. There was nobody that went for it. I wrote it and it was typed. I went up, just submitted. As young as you think I should be. Where am I today? And you think there's sustainability there. If, assuming this is your house, you built it, nobody knows how the foundation came about. All of a sudden you were evicted from your house. If there are champs you buried in that place, would the person see the champ? Eh? So when we are coming, there are some people that were retired unceremoniously. Some are even food dragging, following them, just for belly-wise, you understand? I'm not ready for belly-wise. But the issue is that Deltans should expect the minimum for their money, development. I have not criticized any government, but I'm telling you what APC government will be offering Deltans. That's why I told you that it is not time for me to assess, because when you assess now, it's like giving them an expo. When the time comes, we do the assessment, income and expenditure, what is on ground, the strength, the quality of what is on ground. I'm sure you were shocked when I mentioned this project at Iseluku Junction, because you never look that way. If you have time, go in there and see the waste. How? Most of the things were done by UNESCO. But you go there. I'm sure if the thing, because they were to do all these leather belts, shoes, all those things, what stopped it? Divergent opinion. Is that how a government should be run? If you go to my, I'm not asking for anything. If you come to my house, that street was where we started PDP. The street is still not tarred because there's no interest. But when we were forming, everybody was passing on that street. Everybody. There's nobody in the system who would tell that he or she has not passed that street. It's still there, lying fallow, because I refuse to be subservient to anybody. This is just one example. People I call on phone, people were in Abuja forming things, doing things, I'll call them, they'll say they are tired. They can't move. No. In my palace, that is my home, they say that a thief does not eat better than the owner of the yam. If you have a farm and you farm on yam, can the thief take better than you? But that is what is happening. Hewers of the wood, they just lock up your mouth, and people will pride with our matrimony. I have hotels here, I have this, I have this. What were you then? You pride with our matrimony. I'm not trying to be distant, but if you go to PDP Abuja, ask them how much I donated without asking for in 1998. When these people couldn't even, most of them couldn't afford transport to Abuja. They will not tell you, I have hotel in Abuja, I have in Lagos, I have in this. With who? Our matrimony. It's our commonwealth. So you don't, and you don't have to be priding with that because you have money to give to the people to, when the election comes, you give it to them. And they will follow you. After election, they say, I'll see you next tomorrow. So that con they do play. We need to see how we can address the issue of conflicts. But we will get there. Once we reject the system, then we can come up and say, how do we get there? Because it's absurd what is happening in this state. That the moment you climb up, you are not a leader. Every other person that even assisted you to climbing will become a servant. That's not it. But just watch. So next coming, it's a very great advantage to us. Very, very great advantage. No matter how you feel it should be, if it's only the name, a senator, it is now on code that maybe probably in the next few weeks, Delta will be having 3 APC senators. And House of Rep members are coming too. Some commissioners will even resign.
Is that what you are planning? So
what do you want to hear from me? If you are the head of a home, and you move, won't your people move with you?
So now, are you also saying that there's a button somewhere too?
Button? Doing what?
Pressing them to...
No, it's the fear of the unknown. If you prepare for a war, and you know that this war you are going to will not favor you, what do? You surrender. Don't you think so?
So you are sure that APC is taking over?
You can write it somewhere and ask me after this.
Even
I will say Mas Sugudu Sugudu.
Is it that your intention is just to change the leadership in the state?
Change.
Or your intention, you are changing it because it's not, or he has not performed, or...
No, it's the nomenclature of governance is what is going to be changed, not the person. Governance. I don't know what, you are not after the person, it's the governance that you're trying to bring in for what is there. I've not, like I say, I'm not rating anybody. But like the pressure we have now, is the people coming in. That is the pressure. It's surprising to you. The big names, the supposedly established persons coming in now. Is it shocking to you? You will see it now in a few weeks.
It's a matter of time.
Yeah, but you have started seeing some signs.
Recently now,
you know, one of the strongest chairmen during our time, he left, Sanchukuji. He's a grassrooted man.
Is it that his system does not reward?
System reward cannot come in here than it's like somebody who has a home and there's only one key to that hall. You know, when you build a hall, you cannot have only one key to that hall. Is it possible? If you build a big hall. But this one, and they built it in, it's only one key. One has a spare, one has a rebate, it's one door. So, if A cries, Z cries, it's only one person that hears. There's nobody they may say, let me put sugar in your mouth. And you say, no, I don't want it. But most of these persons some don't have the patience to bear things like us. You understand? And it's not that they are not hardworking. You understand? But a situation where you have so much hope, like this is a studio now, you didn't do it alone. You're working with people. All of a sudden, at the end of the month, even if 10 naira that comes to your pocket, you tell your workers, don't worry, let's wait. Would they be encouraged? They won't be encouraged.
There won't be motivation.
Yes. So a situation where you see a state like this, you stay there. I have the button.
The same button.
It's the button. That is the problem of this state. The button.
So who is holding that button?
Somebody is holding the button, and you know. But that button is going to be demystified. There's no mysticism in politics. It's a result. But you cannot walk to build a home, and it gets to your turn, you say it's only me. I'm the all-knowing. Who taught you the thing that you know? You learn from people, you want to outsmart people. No, that button will be demystified. Just quote me. So, the governor is a good man. At least I've known him. You understand? He's a good man, but, you know, he cannot tell you he can be himself. He must not tell you that. If he tells you that I'm a man of mine, he's a liar. Then he's not a liar, he's becoming economic with truth. That is the problem. So, but that button is going to be demystified. Now all of us build a house. You understand? And nobody knows it better than anybody. Nobody knows it all. You know that music. Nobody knows it all. Amalia Mefavo.
That button is going to be demystified, according to Chief Dr. Emma Ejiofor on that note, I want to say thank you. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
And I hope that wellness
Anytime, because it is there. It's a way of showcasing our state, trying to, like I say, we need to rejig a system. Because for you to go to government house, we are talking about state. For you to go to government house, you must have a sound party base.
But just a quick one. Some persons have the feeling that the APC in the national, has not really done well for Nigeria. Some persons have that.
I may be part of it. You understand? But a government has an agenda. And as it is now, the person that is driving the train now is the president. So he has his dream. You follow. If you have an idea, you bring. Has Trump not come back to US now? Eh? Was it the best hand? It wasn't the best hand. But for now, he's the president. But if there are things the president is doing that we don't like, we'll still call him and say, these are what Nigerians are saying. That does not remove us from getting the soul of our state, which is development. So, if you are selling what is happening nationwide, that's not Delta. Because when the time comes, we're going to judge with what came into the state. You understand? What went out, how did it go? And you match it with the project on ground. But we cannot do all this things when we don't have a proper party administration system. That is what is paramount to APC now, to get a proper party administration in place that will create awareness to the people that these people are really serious to take the mantle of leadership.
And you think that will not hoist some persons in your APC out by the time these big masquerades?
No, but like I told you, I said it earlier, that anybody who is not happy about the masquerades coming, whether they are small masquerades or big masquerades, masquerade is masquerade. Clear conscience fears no accusation. If you have been in your comfort zone because you can deal with people, now people are coming, you are feeling you are going to be upstage or stage, and you are agitated. Okay, what is wrong working with the net? Tell me what's wrong. Is there anything wrong that a man has a strength? Like I have a strength, somebody who doesn't have a strength is coming to assist me. Is it not to make the job easier for me? So why must I be agitated if I don't have anything behind it? So that comfort zone is also going to be demystified. You see, there's about two demystification that I have said now, the bottom the other way, and the people who are on comfort zone enriching themselves on behalf of the people. And you feel it is good that way. I don't have any skeleton. I'm not scared. Senator Ned has never visited me until last time he did. And I wholeheartedly welcome him because he's a force. Whether it's a councillor's force or a chairman's force, it's an additional force. You understand? And you are
okay
talking,
with it.
and you are talking about a man who has a toga of a Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. and you are saying it doesn't have force. No, do you stand on that? Even when I want to receive a counselor, I'll play the drum to bring him, because chairman of council, you bring them in. You're not talking about House, a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. You say, oh, Nigerian Constitution allows freedom of worship, freedom of association. So what are you going to tell this man? Oh, we don't need you in our group. You should go back to where you are not wanted, so that the button will start oppressing you again.
It's all right. I know if we continue, he's fully loaded. Don't forget that he's a PhD holder, so there's no doubt.
Is that PhD? Is a wahala? I'm on my third PhD now.
Third?
Yes.
It's okay.
I have PhD banking and finance. I have PhD in accounting, and I'm doing my PhD. I've finished my coursework. I've done my seminars in international relations and diplomacy. So it's not the problem.
So you see, you have been with a multiple PhD holder, Sir Chief Emmanuel Ejiofor. Once again, say thank you for coming.
Thank you, and it's my pleasure, and we honor you anytime. Right. Because it's not something we script, it's something from the head. Thank you.
On that note, I want to say very big thank you, and that's the most we're going to take on this week's episode of Matters Arising that came to you from Lip TV. My name is Gospel Amalia Mayford. Want to meet again, same time, same station. Bye for now.